Welcome back, everybody. I'm Brad.
I'm Steve.
This is just, what are we doing next?
It's called a sit down.
Yep.
All right, we're going to have a beer, grab
Chill
beer.
out. You guys can do the same.
Yeah, we'll talk about what's coming up.
Yep. So, I guess my biggest thing is I'm switching from brewing the bag.
Really?
Yes.
That is a big switch. When are you doing this?
I've got the two 10-gallon tanks coming.
Are they coolers or?
Yes, coolers.
Okay.
So I'm going to do batch sparging.
Huh.
Or
Okay.
fly sparging, depending on what that is. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do because I have been reading, and it sounds like for fly sparging, you need to do like, I'm just going to say half a gallon per pound of grain. So if, you have a huge grain bill, you could be, I'm just saying now, you could be boiling 20 gallons of water.
Yeah.
And hence getting a bigger kettle to 15. Now, I'm not going to do that at all. But another thing, so I've got the two coolers coming.
Okay.
I can do it with the 10-gallon. I've got a 10-gallon pot now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I was going to upgrade to a 15-gallon pot, which
Sure.
I have not bought yet, so that I could pick it up and put it on something, then use the ball valve to take the water down
Use gravity
instead of trying to pick up 4 to 6 pounds of boiling or almost boiling water somehow and dumping it in a 10-gallon cooler. So I am going to go that way.
All right, hats off too. Well, this will be an interesting experiment though, because I'm going to stick with brewing a bag only because of the capacity constraints I have and time and whatnot.
Right.
So it'll be fun to we both get together one day. We do a brew.
Yes.
You do your process. I do my process, and then we ferment at the same place, so it's under the same temperature, the same yeast, everything the same, right?
Correct.
And then we taste test, blind taste test, to say, okay, which one's better, and we let a third party set us up on the blind taste test.
And that's actually kind of why I'm doing it, because if we both brew in bag, we're kind of always doing the same thing, and somebody had 20% off, so it was 20% less, so it was $50 off to get the stuff. And it's better than me taking the time to go in to get the coolers, getting all the parts and putting it together.
Sure.
I'll just buy the damn stuff.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So I'm going to go to that. I'm still working out details. I'm probably going to do a batch sparge where, I heat up 4 gallons of water, pour it in, the mash tun, let it warm up, take all my grains, pour it in there, leave it for an hour. Then while that's heating up, and it is going to be longer, I'm sure about it. Yep. Well, no, because then you mash out. So then it's like 2 gallons of water at 170. You dump in the mash tun after an hour. Then I have to heat up like 4 gallons of water, put in the hot liquor tank, then come down. But we're going to see if it's actually better than brewing the bag. The only problem I don't like about brewing the bag is I have to put a ladder right now up into my trusses.
Gotta get that bag out.
Get it up, squeeze it, then put it back down, bring it back up, squeeze it, put it in something, and I'm still collecting, the mash because it's still draining. So I had the extra money. It was 20% off.
Thank you, taxes.
Yeah. Let's do it. Then if I can, I'm going to get a new brew pot, a 15-gallon one, because, and I think we've talked about this a lot, we are growing hops now.
Yes.
So if we get a 5-gallon bucket, 2 5-gallon buckets, and we want to do a wet hop, my 10-gallon is not going to fit that.
No, and that's, You know what? I agree with you. I'm kind of at the same impasse that you are because, my 10-gallon works for, I'd say 95%
Correct.
of the beers I want to brew. But when you get into Belgians, or if you want to do a very high gravity beer,
It's not going to
I'm
fit.
now pushing the max on my pot.
Right.
And when it comes to boil overs, I'd rather have bigger and
Yep.
reduce that risk.
Right. So make sure you stay tuned because at some point when they come in, I will redo all my Beersmith recipes to accommodate this, and I'm sure the first brew is gonna be horrible.
Well, it's interesting. I mean, so you're doing that, and while you do that, I think this year what I want to accomplish is, I actually want to take the same recipe, a smash beer or something similar,
Right.
and hold the mash temperature at the 3 different set points that Beersmith gives you. So you've
Okay.
got your full, your light, and your medium, right? And I want to hold it at those 3, ferment everything the same. I even want to brew them on the same weekend so that even the temperature outside isn't a factor.
Right.
I want to minimize as many factors as possible. And I want to see, what is the flavor difference? Like in a beer, what is the flavor difference between the light, the medium, and the full?
Right.
And same recipe, same hop schedule, same fermentation schedule, same yeast, everything the same except that.
Right.
And see what happens.
Yep. And I think this year, through our club meeting, our Homebrewers Association, or whatever you want to call it, we guess we're going to do another smash beer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going off the walls. I'm trying something brand new. I'm going to try some weird, I guess, grain. I
Mud.
think.
You
But
throw mud in there.
Right. Or what I'm going to do is, since we like Maris Otter, I'll use Maris Otter with some new hop. And what I might try, there's a hop out there that tastes like banana. I might use Trappist yeast
Ferment
with
warm.
the banana and ferment at like 6 or 86.
Sure. Bring out the banana flavors
Right.
in the yeast,
Yep.
along with
The banana flavors in the actual hops. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And again, we're growing a crap ton of hops.
Hopefully. Will produce this year. Now, if they don't produce this year, they definitely will next
Right.
year.
I think we'll get some, but I know for me, I'm going to be like most other people. When they're ready to harvest, I'm making a beer, and I'm putting most of them in there. But again, we'll have to see how many we get, because Steve's growing some, I'm growing some. We got some, I guess, question mark ones at another place that we're going to get.
And it should be interesting because what I tried to do, I picked out 5 hops. And what I tried to do is get the dual purpose hops. So anything that you can use for bittering and flavoring and aroma,
Right.
I mean, just like Centennial, right? We both actually have a Centennial plant growing, but that's probably the only one we have the same of.
Correct.
So it'll be interesting to see when these get established and when we brew maybe smash beers or something off of them to see what kind of flavor differences do we have. Because some of the ones I picked out we can't get at Bell's.
Right.
Or hops.
Yep.
We haven't seen available online even.
Right.
So it should be interesting. It should be pretty unique
Right.
beers.
And also our club has a contest every year to brew with homegrown hops. So we'll have to see how that turns out. But
I think the goal for us is at some point in time we have to win.
yeah.
One of us has to win. And that should be our goal. And I think with maybe some help from the viewers and suggestions as to what they like, or things that we should try, let us know in the comments section, so that or even guidance. We haven't done the 3-tier brewing that you're gonna proceed in.
Yep.
So we're only familiar with brew in a bag because A, it's simple, and B, yes, it's limited. You can't do a step mash. You can't do certain things with it.
Right.
Or you can. It's just more difficult. So it'll be interesting to
Correct.
see what happens with that.
Yep. Also, if anybody remembers my brown sugar Belgium from last year, that went away pretty well.
I had a glass.
Or pretty fast.
I had one glass out of your keg.
Who drank the rest?
Yeah, who did?
I don't know. No, exactly. This year I'm going to make the same exact thing, but instead of 1 pound of brown sugar, dark brown sugar, I'm going to put 2. And I think that was an 8.9 last year.
Great.
So
you might want to brew that closer to like October. So by the holidays, it's cold outside. Hey, you want something to warm you up? Here you go.
Well, I also, and we'll get into this as we go, but another YouTuber, Don Osborne, does a holiday cheer beer. And that's what I'm planning on brewing sometime this summer for this winter.
Mm.
So we'll see, because technically, looking at his log, I need to brew it now so it can sit until then. But as we know, with, I shouldn't say success, because we don't have any, our Caribou Slobber is the best viewed video, and that's what I'm going to brew soon. And as of right now, I'm not putting cocoa nibs in the secondary. I'm putting cocoa in the boil.
Well, and I think back to some of our past videos. We promised some viewers a long time ago to finish that cooler.
Yeah.
Mobile.
Do you still have that?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I've been waiting to finish it. 4th of July it's ways off, but it's coming up. I mean, we got months and months, but we need to finish that cooler.
Correct.
So that I can A, take that camping, but B, show the viewers that how we,
do it.
Yep. So, that will be coming up this year. I am making a promise to do that because that thing has been sitting in my basement for too long.
Right.
So.
And I'm going to, here soon, I'm going to make a raspberry ale from Wee Brews, and I'll post them down below. They did it. It's their recipe. I'm just doing it because my wife loves raspberry, and I've got all the stuff from Bell's to make it. I just have to do it. It's going to be a 1 gallon because I've been told if it's not good, you're out of the house. So I'm starting small, and then we'll ramp it up. But it's their recipe. I'm just going to brew it as a 1 gallon, almost like them. I think I will do that brew in a bag. They do it a little bit different, but I will do that brew in a bag.
Just to get it done.
Yep. And then we'll go from there. So.
And that sounds good. But once again, viewers, let us know what you want to see.
Yeah.
And we'll do it. I mean, you want me to throw maple syrup in my beer? Fine. Do it.
Right.
But, we haven't heard any feedback as to what to do, so we're just going on our own paths. Obviously, we've got some beers that we want to brew ourselves, just to have on hand, whether they're Belgians or Browns or IPAs or smash beers. There's certain things that we do. Sometimes we don't touch on the other ones that maybe we should, like the porters and the stouts and the pale ales, lagers. We haven't even scratched the surface on lagers yet.
Well, we haven't even made one.
I have in the past. I just with you I haven't.
Oh, okay.
So I think I made a couple. So that is something that we need to look into and get going for you guys as well.
Yep. And we will have porters and stouts because, as we know of last year, doing a stout, then having it ready for your son's birthday, didn't work out too damn well.
No.
But it's a damn good beer right now.
Yes.
The Andy's Mint Stout. But I will be doing the Andy's Mint Stout, but I'm going to take out the mint and I'm going to put in cherries. But as we know how long that took, probably 3-4 months to get going. I will do that sometime in the summer and let it sit, and hopefully it's ready by October, the end of October.
And before we get, let the viewers go, one more thing I want to ask them for is, we were thinking about doing the 12 stouts of Christmas or porters of Christmas. What flavors do you want to see? Obviously, you've got your vanilla stout, your coconut stout, your chocolate covered cherry stout, right? I mean, there's mint. So many mint. There's different ones. It'd be great if we could get 12 flavors, and then just brew those. And as Christmas comes around, we pop a beer and we evaluate the flavors. Yep. I'm thinking Napoleon, right?
Yep.
Or Neapolitan.
Yeah.
So you got your cherry, chocolate, vanilla.
Yep.
That'd be great stout. So we're looking for some feedback from that too. What other flavors would you guys like to see in a stout? No matter how, I hate to say it, but how crazy.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a hopped up stout, but whatever.
Hey, but
we'll try it.
My Darth Vader was good 8 months later.
You're right.
Yep.
All right, maybe a pumpkin stout. Who knows?
Yep. So we will be visiting some recipes that we've done in the past and doing them this year, or changing them this year. And I'm sure as we keep going years and years down the line, we're going to do the same thing.
Absolutely.
So, but I think that's enough for now.
Yes.
So until next time, I'm Brad.
I'm Steve.
Happy brewing.
See you next time.